Alright, work's over. Now finally I have the opportunity to undo the first button of my 7-button shirt. That one's going on OnlyFans. Now you're gonna slide. I know you will. Is this good? That could work. It's like an album cover. Do you believe in love? I normally do. Until the moment you see a couple holding hands in public, then it is probably the most revolting concept I've ever seen. Just the heat. Well, the cold. I was just at the light and I was supposed to turn left after the person, but I was not thinking in the moment, and I attempted to turn before the guy, even though it's a yield, so I'm supposed to wait for him before I turn. I didn't. I almost smashed into him. Luckily, I did not cause any problems, and I am in a Prius, so I did not disappoint anybody either. I swear, I am probably... The Prius is the most disrespectful... The Prius is probably the most disrespected vehicle on the road. I've noticed, because even if I'm going over the speed limit, I notice a lot of people still passing me whenever when I'm on the left and going quite fast. It doesn't happen as much in another person's vehicle. So the concept of love is what I was talking about. On these customers who had the worst PDA I have ever seen. If you don't know what that means, it's public displays of affection. It's basically the sign of an unhealthy couple. Now you might not understand what exactly that means. It's like, yeah, if they're very affectionate with each other, does that means that their love is at peak, right? No, it doesn't mean that. Typically, that means that their lust is at peak performance. And that dies down. When there's no more lust in a relationship, then you kind of don't know how it's gonna go from there. That makes enough sense, right? Oh, sweet, there's a train. I will be completely real. Getting a girlfriend has turned almost all of my friends, all of my friends, every time they've gotten a girlfriend, they have become just, excuse my language, but not very great people. This is a 100% case. So perhaps I should be happy being single, because that means I'm not going to be like that, right? Or I'm already like that. Because like guys with girlfriends, they feel like they have something that they need to prove. That's been my experience. Definitely not the case for everybody. I have seen some very healthy relationships between people who were not really my friends, or people who are married. Mostly people who are married. They've got actual healthy relationships, but I've seen some bad cases of dating. Yeah, if you're a guy who has a girlfriend who is watching this, and you guys are very, very affectionate with each other, and you're wondering, wait, am I like that? I couldn't imagine that I could possibly be like that. You probably are. You might not realize it. And there are two very specific people I'm directing this towards. And if you happen to be watching this, I'm talking about you. It's starting to cool down. I think it's a nice time to go on a walk. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get home and then I'll change clothes, and then I'll just head on over to a nice little trail area. And then when I find a good place to sit down, I will turn the camera back on. Does this camera even have a pausing feature? I don't know if I'm just going to have to turn the camera off and then back on later, thereby making two separate files, which I would not want. Oh yeah, and to follow up on my last video, no, the Amazon delivery man did not deliver my body cam, but it should be coming in a couple of days. And then I can speak to you, the viewer, while outside. Maybe I'll have to get a better microphone, because that other one was crunchy, to say the least. Everyone's in a rush to get home. But I mean, so am I. How dare you park in my spot? Now I'm on the curb. No, I'm all angled. This doesn't feel right. See you in a bit.